Shalom, brothers and sisters. Once again, we are the Hebrew Israelites. We come week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, to bring a significant message to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right? To let you know that basically, concerning the Bible, that you are the biblical Israelites according to bloodline and heritage. Okay? That you are known as the lost 12 tribes of Israel. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right? And we're going to be going over the flat earth theory today. This is Brandon Judah, representing the Solid Foundation, Israelite Academy, S.F.I.A. We're going to be going into the flat earth theory. Now, I know this doesn't have nothing to do with salvation. I know this doesn't have nothing to do with the significance, basically, of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This is like a side topic, but I felt like I want to address this because there's so much controversy about the flat earth theory, about the earth being round and the earth being flat. All right? But like I said, this is not really a significant topic to a degree, but it needs to be discussed among the nation of Israel. You have a lot of brothers that's also being thrown outside of camps for teaching flat earth. You know, you got elders that's casting out brothers from the camps for teaching flat earth. All right? Now, this is what I recommend. I recommend all the elders, you know, that's eliminate these brothers from the camps to do your homework, to do your research, man. All right? Let's go to Proverbs 18, verse 13. He that answers a matter before he hears it, it is folly and shame unto him. Proverbs 18:13 once again. He that answers a matter before he hears it, it is folly and shame unto him. So the same God that want to answer a matter before he hears it, the Bible tells you that that's folly. What does that mean? That's stupidity, man. That's stupid. It's foolishness. It makes you stupid and foolish if you want to answer a matter before you hear it. And this is why I want to bring out basically the flat earth theory. All right? Because it makes you stupid and foolish if you want to answer a matter before you hear it. And this is for all the brothers within the camps, all right, that want to eliminate certain brothers for going into the flat earth doctrine. All right? That was Proverbs 18:13. He that answers a matter before he hears it is folly. So don't tell this particular God that he's wrong when he discusses the flat earth theory if you haven't done your research, if you haven't done your homework, man. If you haven't analyzed the matter, you can't necessarily say that these brothers are going off until you have looked into the situation. Because if you do that, that's shame to you pursuing Proverbs 18:13. That's shame to you if you do that, man. And we're going to go into the flat earth doctrine. And all you elders and all you brothers, man, that want to say that we are not part of the elect, that we're going off for teaching the flat earth doctrine, you stupid as hell, man. And you foolish. Until you discuss the matter, until you look into the situation and do your homework and see for yourself concerning flat earth doctrine. How can you tell a brother that he's going off if you want to answer the matter before you hear it? And this is for all you brothers, man, that want to be lousy and lazy on doing your research. Because we already know the so-called white man tells lies on a daily basis. We already know that everything that he says is a lie, man. So if he gave you religion, he lied about that. What makes you think that he's not lying concerning biology, concerning science, concerning all these different aspects, these different fields? How you know he's not lying in those different aspects, man? But when it comes to the flat earth doctrine, you want to say brothers is going off. Because you don't want to take time to do your research on the matter. Let's go to Sirach, the 11th chapter, verse 8 in the Apocrypha. The 14 books that the Roman Catholic Protestants removed from the Bible in the 18th century. We're going to go to one of those 14 books, that is Ecclesiasticus, which is also known as Sirach. All right? This is Sirach, the 11th chapter, the 8th verse. Answer not before thou hast heard the cause, neither interrupt man in the midst of their talk. Once again, let's read it once again. Sirach, 11th chapter, verse 8. Answer not before thou hast heard the cause. That means if you haven't heard the cause concerning flat earth theory, if you haven't done your research concerning flat earth theory, it says, answer not. That means shut the hell up, man. Until you have discussed among the brethren concerning your homework and concerning your research. If you have analyzed the matter, then it's all right. If you got the facts, if you can prove it, if you can bounce back, if you got legitimate answers, basically then you can answer. But if you don't, and if you haven't did any research concerning this, answer not before thou hast heard the cause. Neither interrupt man in the midst of their talk. Don't try to cut brothers off when they bring this to the table. Because it's so easy for an elder to think that his students cannot inform them. So don't interrupt these brothers when they're trying to speak, man. Because in order to get respect, you got to give it. That was Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiasticus, some may say Sirach, the 11th chapter, the 8th verse. All right, let's move on. Let's go to St. John 8:32. Let's start with the 31st verse out of St. John chapter 8. Then said Yahushua to those Jews which believed on him. Because all the Jews didn't reject Yahushua, man, who the world called Jesus Christ. Let's see what Yahushua said to those Jews that believed on him. Then Yahushua said to the Jews that believed on him, if you continue in my word, then you are my disciples indeed. Verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's time for you to wake up, and it's time for you to discover the truth in America. Because you have not been taught the truth in America. You've been taught lies by your enemies, by your oppressors. So-called white men have lied to you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And it's time for you to wake up, man. And we're going to give you the truth concerning the Bible today. So you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Let's see why the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have been in bondage so long. Physically and mentally. Because today, primarily, you blacks and Hispanics is in a mental state of bondage, man. Hosea 4:1. Let's look into that. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. Modern day blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Hear the word of the Lord. The Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land. Because there is no truth, no mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. So he tells you that there's no truth, man. There's no mercy, nor knowledge in the land. There's nothing but lies and Babylon the Great, which is known as America. There's nothing but lies, falsehood in the sea, in the Western Hemisphere, in the United States of America. United Snakes, really. There's no truth here. Pursuing the Hosea 4:1. There's no truth. Okay, but we're going to show you the truth. Now, concerning the flat earth theory, we're going to go into Genesis, the first chapter. Beginning with the creation of the world, we also going to be going in Flavius Josephus to show you concerning the flat earth theory. And by the end of this lesson, then you should be edified. This is Genesis, the first chapter. Genesis 1, verse 1. It's talking about the Elohim, the powers, the celestial beings. Okay? Because a lot of you brothers and sisters, especially in the Christian community, you may be thinking that the Most High created the earth, but he didn't. Alright? The Most High didn't create the earth. It says that when you look at God in the Bible, when you look at it in the Hebrew, when you look at it in the Hebrew dictionary, which is Hebrew 430, it says Elohim, I want to say, which is plural, which is plural. So that's more than one. That's dealing with the powers. In the Paleo, we say Allah or Elohim, okay, which is powers, which is plural, which is a celestial creation. They created the heavens and the earth, not the Most High. That's just food for thought, man. Verse 2. And the earth was without form and void. So when the Most High basically commissioned the Elohim, which is the celestial beings, to create the earth, it says it was without form, and it was void, and it was darkness upon the face of the earth. And the spirit of the Elohim, which is God, the powers, moved upon the face of the waters, man. So in the beginning of time, before he established the earth, it's like as though when you close your eyes, man. Okay? So in the beginning, it's like when you close your eyes, you see void and darkness. That's how it was in the beginning of time, before the powers started bringing things into existence. Genesis 1 and 3. And God said, which is the powers, let there be light, and there was light. So they said, let there be light, and there was light. That's pretty much self-explanatory. And the powers saw that the light, that it was good. And the powers divided the light from the darkness. So they made a distinction among the lights, man. Divided the light from the darkness. Genesis 1 and 5. And the powers called the light day, and the darkness called night. So that's how we get time zones. Okay? It's time zones because of the changes of the lights. We're going to give you further information on it. So basically, Genesis chapter 1, verse 5. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. That's your AM and your PM. 12 hours. You can't say there's 24 hours in a day. All right? Because if you said that, then the night gets no hours. So there's 12 hours AM and also 12 hours PM. Dealing with how he basically divided the light from the darkness. Genesis 1 and 5. God called the light day, which are the powers, and the darkness he called night. Okay? It should have been the powers called the light day, and the darkness they called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. Okay? The evening and the morning were the first day. That automatically lets you see that the days of the week are calculated by the setting of the sun. Once the sun is down, basically it ushers in a new day. Like, I'm gonna give you a prime example. Like today is Sunday. Okay, once the sun is down, it automatically brings in a Monday, which is, once the sun is down today, it will be Monday. The days, the changes of days are calculated by the setting of the sun. All right? Not when you go to sleep and wake up. Genesis 1 and 6. Genesis 1 and 6. And the power said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. So it was water in the beginning, and he put a firmament in the midst of the waters. Okay? He put a firmament in the midst of the waters. That's what he did. And he said, and let it divide the waters from the waters. So this firmament divided the waters from the waters. It made a separation in a body of water. Basically, when you look at firmament, it takes you back to the heavens. So that firmament that he placed in the sky divided the waters from the waters. Genesis chapter 1, verse 7. And the powers made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which are above the firmament, and it was so. So you had waters, pursuant to Genesis chapter 1, verse 7, You had waters which was under the firmament, and then you had waters which was above the firmament. Okay? So the firmament was like basically sandwiched between two bodies of waters. Because it's waters above the firmaments that you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans can't see. It's not visual. The only water that you see is below the firmament. Now, what is the firmament? We're going to show you that the firmament is basically a gigantic invisible glass that is known as a dome. That basically it's the top of a flat surface or a plane that you so-called Negroes and Hispanics are living on. We're going to show you that firmament is a glass device, a visible glass that's been placed over the face of the earth. All right? We're going to show you that. Pursuing the Genesis 1 verse 7. Okay? We're going to go to Job 37, verse 18. This is Job 37 and 18 concerning the firmament of Genesis 1, verse 7. Hast thou with him spread out the sky, which is strong, and as a molten looking glass? Because this is what the Most High was telling Job, okay, because pursuing Genesis 1 and 7, when it spoke about the Most High placed the firmament in the midst of the waters to divide the waters, we were telling you that firmament is an invisible glass, okay, that you blacks and Hispanics can't see. It's not visible. You cannot see it. It's like a mirror in the sky.
Taking an idea I got from a Stephen King book, I'm going to cover this town with a dome.
It's been done.
Really? Did you know about this?
Coming this June, last summer's #1 show returns under the dome.
Do you know how to fly those?
Absolutely. Do you get to fly to the edge?
Oh, yeah.
What's past there?
Don't know. We're not allowed to fly past that.
Let's go.
So, pursuing to Job, chapter 37, verse 18, the Most High asked Job a question. He says, hast thou with him spread it out the